All aboard, it's Jang here with the Playmobil Deep Sea Diving Bell set. I got this and actually showed when I took it out of a big haul from Playmobil.us, the official Playmobil store online, months ago. And unfortunately, it has taken me so long to get to this that it is now discontinued and no longer available in the US. Of course, it is Playmobil, so they will probably bring it back at some point in some form. But I'm sorry that it took me so long to get to it. This is interesting. I kind of liked just the look of the thing itself. You know, it's just a little, it's kind of done like a miniature submarine, like a little underwater vehicle, but they call it a diving bell as just a container for a person to go down in. Basically, what surprised me most about this is how heavy it is. Because all this down on the base that looks metallic, that's actually metal. I believe it's galvanized steel, pot metal, not a high quality stuff, but it doesn't need to be. It's super, super heavy. And that works as a weight to actually pull this thing down into the water. So if you put this into water, it will sink completely. I just didn't expect that. I thought that this was just going to be kind of a metallized plastic. So that's interesting. Got a couple little thrusters on the sides there. They don't actually do anything. Of course, a couple of lights up on the top that are simulated there. And it's got a little arm off to the side, a little remote arm for picking things up. You can turn that around and get some different angles off of it. Now this has a little bit of deep sea terrain, so just a little bit of seabed here with some greenery that would be found around the floor of the ocean or whatever area that you're exploring. And they include this ancient, looks like a Central South American, actually kind of looks Olmec to me, little totem here, which is actually much larger than I expected it to be. Another surprise. Looking at this on the package, they made it look like it's a little thing, but this is standing right next to the figure. It's much larger than I expected. So it's supposed to be, some treasure that you would find digging through ancient areas that have been flooded out. Unfortunately, it is completely hollow on the inside, although that is a little bit of an interesting effect to see that from the other side. And you could potentially hide something small inside of this. So you could kind of have that down on the ground like that and have another, a gem or something from some other set down in there. The figure does not have a full diving suit on. The idea is that he would actually remain dry inside of the diving bell, although in practice, in the real world, when you put this thing in the water, it would just completely flood. So unfortunately, this guy in the real world would drown, but you have to use your imagination a little bit for that. I do like the helmet on this one with the boom microphone that comes around the side. He's got the print on the top with the sea turtle there to be representing the organization that he's working for that is involved with reclamation and salvage operations and such. Let me actually go ahead and put this into the diving bell unit itself. This opens up by unlocking. You unlock the top, pulling it back, and then that just brings the entire top off as just one big piece. The guy fits in there pretty snug, and he has a little bit of a console is kind of simulated on the front there, a couple of hand holds, and then you just go ahead and place this back on and bring that around, and there you go. And that's how he's able to sit in there, and it looks decently comfortable. Now this has a point on the top where you can actually hold on to something with it, and you can put a hook around it. This is actually included with the set, this whole string, long string. The idea there is that you would tie this up to something, so you could actually just hold on to it with your hand, or you could connect it. At the time when this first came out, they had a boat, a large ship set that you could get, and then you could tie this onto that, so it could be like this was the tether from the ship. So a number of things here unexpected. Again, very sorry about taking so long to get to this, but I've got a lot of things in the queue, and I hope to be able to get through them more quickly in the future. If you have any thoughts about this particular set that you would like to share, or if there's anything about it that you know that I may have missed in this video, please do share by leaving a comment down below on the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you again as soon as possible.